Let's all stand to welcome today's dignitaries. The chief guest, Mr. Sajinaga, guest of honor, Mr. Danapar and Mr. Murray Selvan, our chairman of correspondence and principal. The lamp will now be lit, signifying the aura of knowledge, dispelling ignorance.
Partner and C2. Today after going home I shall. What
Thank you, choir. Guests and audience, please be seated.
I request Shivani to deliver the welcome address. Hello. Hello. A fine morning it indeed is, and I welcome you all to the Camford International School for its Igniting Young Minds 2023-24. It's an honor to have with us our chief guest, Mr. Sasinaga, founder, Exporia, and who, with the Exporia Charitable Trust, has elevated the Schwartz Higher Secondary School, Ramanathapuram, into a smart school. This is the school that our dear late President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, went to. Mr. Sasinaga works this way with the sole aim of transforming every educational institution that prodigious minds had been to. We welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Dhanapal, our well-wisher who has made it to our school all the way from London, and Mr. Murali Selvan, founder, Soil Films, Tech Chairman, Mr. Arun Ramesh, Correspondent, Mrs. Pungole Arun Ramesh, Principal, Dr. Poonam Siyar, teachers and friends. The whole country did respectfully recall the late President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam on his birth anniversary yesterday. Remember how our beloved President had encouraged us to dream big and keep working towards it to help it turn into reality? Our late President's power-packed lines were, as a young citizen of India, armed with technology and love for my nation, I realized a small aim is a crime. Well, this day has been specially picked to encourage young minds like us to explore more of the technological world for future opportunities in it. I wouldn't want to keep you waiting. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Igniting Young Minds 2023-24. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani. Listing out Cambodian achievements requires a ton of time. However, we do have a comprehensive video that showcases the Lawrence One and what makes our school one of its kind. Over to the team that will run us through the visuals. Year 2010 earned a seat of honor in our hearts as the Campbell International School was then established to win a prime position in the educational field. The elaborate academic space for the senior and junior school, along with the myriad sports resources, is a dream envisioned to challenge the regular norms of schooling.
The awards and accolades are quite a stack, but the prime ones are the Guinness records won every year for tags like the largest and widest mosaics with Green Campus wins, Leadership Excellence, the EduIcon Awards, and the Educational Reformer of the Year Award, where the school was felicitated by the Governor of Tamil Nadu, the House of Commons, London, and the Education Minister of New Delhi. Our most recent Green School Award was powered by the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. Celebrities and noteworthy guests have praised many an occasion at the Camford International School, putting it on an enviable pedestal among international schools.
Academic pinnacles are commonplace in TCIS, with the manifold of centum and closest to centum achievers every year in the terminal exams. The subject combos offered regularly culminate in highly favorable scores. The international and national Olympiads, along with the Cambridge exams, fetch achievements on a regular basis. Sports. The strongest of arenas in the school is where the students enjoy an extensive range of turfs of international standards with specialized coaching that facilitates major wins at inter-school tournaments, including a representation throwball for India from our school.
A swimming pool to hone a portion of life skills, skating lanes for the little ones, basketball coaching for the well-deserved victories, tennis court with a special coach, and the recently inaugurated cricket pitch, badminton court, and the rifle shooting range with one of our students representing India.
The annual sports day permits a day of delight to the participants and spectators alike.
And Eligo, Campy, the space-age impulsive and chubby boy, is the Camphor International School's very own mascot. Technologically delightful Camphy has been dedicated to the passion of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
The extracurricular shows promote a healthy and competitive spirit among the learners. Inter-school competitions like the Symbiosis and the Equilibrium are organized by our school. The cookery, theatre, music, dance, gardening and art and craft classes are a treat to students with an inclination towards it. The young ones start their new term with the Campronics, where their output in the various clubs are displayed for the parents.
Such harmonizing of talents, both academical and beyond, has seen our alumni remain predominantly eminent in the engineering and technology fields, with a considerable share in the healthcare, accounting, and general study fields in the prestigious educational institutions like MMC and CMC, and of course, the Anna University, BIT, BITS Pilani, and universities overseas like Stanford, MIT, universities of Waterloo, Iowa, and Europe.
That's a wholesome, inspired learning in a nutshell for you.
Remarkable, wasn't it? We are indeed proud Camphorians. Bharatiya, the name that is synonymous with women's emancipation and progressiveness, is celebrated by every hardcore punk. And Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the name ushers a magical aura of dedication and inspiration to the youth of India. The Camphor International School will now commemorate them in dance form. Sit back to enjoy the performance.
சூரிய துண்டுகள் இவன் இரண்டு கண்கள், வீரத்தின் கூர்மை இவன் மீசை, மொழியின் மகுடம் இவன் முண்டாசு, கோபத்தின் நிறம் இவன் திலகம். மக்கள் மனதில் விடுதலைக்கு வித்திட்டவன், மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டுமென முழக்கமிட்டவன். நான் வீழ்வேன் என்று நினைத்தாயோ என்று கர்ஜித்தவன். சாதி எனும் சாவுக்கு சவுக்கடி தந்தவன். சறுக்கி விடும் மனிதனுக்கு சரித்திரமே நீதான் என்றவன். அச்சமில்லை என அஞ்சாமல் வாழ்ந்த அக்னி பறவை இவன். சொல்லிச் சென்றவர்கள் மத்தியில் சொல்லிச் சென்றவன். பாரதியை நாம் கொண்டாடும் போது தமிழ் தன்னை தானே கொண்டாடிக் கொள்கிறது.
பயந்து பணிந்து மிரண்டது போதும், இனி தெளிந்து துணிந்து மீண்டெழ வேண்டும். மழலை மனம் மாறாத உண்மை வன்புணர வருவோனாயின் மாற வேண்டியது அவனே. மாற்றம் காண்போம் இனிமே.
குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன் அதை ஒரு காட்டிலோ கொண்டிடை வைத்தேன் குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன் அதை ஒரு காட்டிலோ கொண்டிடை வைத்தேன்
அக்னி உச்சத்தை கண்டேன் அதை அங்கு காட்டிலோர் முன்னிலை வைத்தேன் வெந்து தணிந்தது காலை தடல் வீரத்தில் குஞ்சென்றும் முன்பென்றும் உண்டோ
Now, it's not only Subramanya Bharatiya, yet another great personality, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, an epitome of perseverance who has inspired the hearts of millions with his words and deeds.
தேசம் முழுக்க எழுந்து சொல்லும் கலாம் கலாம் சலாம் சலாம் கலாம் கலாம் சலாம் சலாம் தேசம் முழுக்க எழுந்து சொல்லும் கலாம் கலாம் சலாம் 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 காலம் கடந்த காலம் சொல்லும் கலாம் கலாம் சலாம் சலாம்
How did he become so great? So I personally believe it was our dream or continuously acquire knowledge, hard work and perseverance. One should not be not afraid of problems and succeed.
Thank you, team. That was rhythmically brilliant.
உயிரே உறவே நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? நல்லா தானே இருக்கு. வசதிகள் குறைவாக இருக்கலாம், நாம் நினைச்சதை வாங்க முடியாமல் இருக்கலாம், நமக்கு தேவையானது கிடைக்காம இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் நாம் செய்ய நினைச்சதை செய்ய, சாதிக்க நினைச்சதை சாதிக்க இந்த இல்லை இல்லைங்கிற வார்த்தைகள் தடையாக இருக்கவே கூடாது. இந்த நிலைமையில இருக்கிறவர் தான் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிஞ்ச அப்துல் கலாம் ஐயா அவர். நம்ம ராமநாதபுரம் மாவட்டத்தில் பிறந்தவர். ஏழை குடும்பம், வசதியே இல்லை. ஆனால் அதை பற்றியெல்லாம் அவர் கவலைப்படாமல் நம்மளோட படிப்புல கவனம் செலுத்தினார். அவர் எந்த அளவுக்கு உயர்ந்தாலும் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், இந்த நாட்டுக்கே தெரியும். இந்த நாட்டோட ரொம்ப பிரபலமான ராக்கெட் விஞ்ஞானியான வளர்த்தார். அதையும் விட ஒரு பெரிய சாதனை இருக்கு. இந்த நாட்டுக்கே ஜனாதிபதியானார். அதாவது இந்த நாட்டின் முதல் குடிமகன். ஒரு சாதாரண குடும்பத்தை சேர்ந்தவங்கள மாதிரி ஒரு பையனா இருந்த ஒரு இவ்வளவு பெருமைக்கு ஆளாக்கினது எது? கல்வி. அப்படிப்பட்ட கல்வியோட ஆரம்பத்தை அவருக்கு கொடுத்த இந்த பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்கு எவ்வளவு பெருமை இருக்குன்னு நினைச்சுப்பாங்க. நம்ம கருணநாயகனான ஐயா அப்துல் கலாம் படித்த ஸ்கூல் தான் இந்த ஸ்குவாட்ஸ் மேல்நிலை பள்ளி. இன்னைக்கு இருந்தாருன்னா தலைமையாருக்கு 92 வயசாகிருக்கும். அவருக்கு படிப்பு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க நாட்டோட மிகப்பெரிய பொறுப்புக்கு போக விதை போட்டது இந்த ஸ்குவாட்ஸ் பள்ளிக்கூடம். அந்த காலத்தில் ரொம்ப புகழோட இருந்துச்சு இந்த பள்ளிக்கூடம். இப்போ இருக்கிற மாதிரி 10 மடங்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் படிச்சிருக்காங்க. காலப்போக்கில் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எண்ணிக்கை குறைந்து ஆயிரக்கணக்கில் மாணவர்கள் இருந்த இந்த பள்ளி இப்போ 100கணக்கில் தான் மாணவர்கள் இருக்காங்க. இது நமக்கு ரொம்ப வருத்தமான விஷயம். நானும் வருத்தப்பட்ட ஒரு பக்கம் விட்டுட்டேன். இன்னொரு நல்ல மனசுக்காரர் இதுக்காக வருத்தப்பட்டிருக்கார். சும்மா வருத்தப்படுறதோட நினைக்கல, இந்த நிலைமையை மாற்றணும்னு நினைச்சிருக்காரு. நினைச்சதோட செயலையும் இறங்கி இருக்கிறார். அவர் பெயர் சசி. சிறந்தவர்களை கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்து நேரடியாக அவங்களோட பேச வைக்கிறதுன்னு நிறைய திட்டங்கள் வச்சிருக்காங்க. அவ்வளவு சிறப்பான மாற்றத்தோடு கூடிய இந்த திட்டத்தின் தொடக்க விழாவுக்கு மாவட்ட கலெக்டர், டிஏடி உட்பட பல உயர் அதிகாரிகள் வந்திருக்காங்க. மாணவர்கள் நலன் அக்கறை உள்ள முன்னாள் டிஜிபி டாக்டர் ஷைலேந்திரபாபு தொடங்கி வைக்கிறார். இது ஒரு அருமையான தொடக்கம். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு என்னோட சந்தோஷமான வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவிக்கிறேன். இதை விட சந்தோஷமான விஷயம் இருக்கு. இந்த அருமையான வேலையை செய்யக்கூடிய எக்ஸ்போரியா அறக்கட்டளை இதோட இதை நிறுத்த போவதில்லை. நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டில் இன்னும் பல ஸ்கூல்களையும் இதே மாதிரி தரம் உயர்த்தப்படுகிறது. எக்ஸ்போரியா சுதந்திர போராட்ட வீரர்கள், சிறந்த அரசியல் தலைவர்கள், சமூகம் உயர பாடுபட்டவங்க, இந்த மாதிரி சாதனையாளர்கள் படித்த பள்ளிக்கூடங்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து இதே வசதிகளை பண்ணி கொடுக்க போறாங்க இந்த எக்ஸ்போரியா அறக்கட்டளை. அவர்களை எவ்வளவு பாராட்டினாலும் தான். பாரதியார் பாட்டு வரி ஒன்று கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்க. அன்னச்சத்திரம் 1000 வைத்தல், ஆலயம் 10,000 நாட்டல், அந்த யாவிலும் புண்ணியம் கூடி அங்கோர் ஏழைக்கு எழுத்தறிவித்தல். அந்த எழுத்தறிவிக்கும் சேவையை செய்கிற பள்ளிக்கூடங்களை சீரமைக்கிறது சாதாரண வேலை இல்லை. அமெரிக்காவில் வசிக்கிற கமல்ஹாசன் பல அமெரிக்க நற்பணி இயக்க சகோதரர்கள் தருவோம் கண்ணியம் என்கிற புதிய திட்டத்தை உருவாக்கி அரசு பள்ளிகளில் ஸ்மார்ட் வகுப்பறைகள் அமைப்பது, கழிப்பறைகளை சீரமைப்பது போன்ற பல்வேறு நற்செயல்களை பல அரசு பள்ளிகள் செய்து வருகிறார் என்பதை இந்த சந்தர்ப்பத்தில் நான் பெருமையோடு குறிப்பிட்டுக் கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன். இந்த வாய்ப்புகளை பயன்படுத்தி மாணவர்களாக நீங்கள் செய்ய வேண்டிய ஒரு வேலை இருக்கு. அதுதான் கவனம் சிதறாமல் படிப்பது. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம சாதாரணமாக இருக்கோம் நினைச்சு கவலைப்பட தேவையில்லை. நாளைக்கு நீங்க பெரிய தலைவராகலாம், விளையாட்டு நட்சத்திரமாகலாம், என் நாட்டை ஆளும் குழுத்துக்கே வரலாம். அதுக்கெல்லாம் பண்ணித்தரம் உங்கள் கல்விதான். எதை பற்றியும் கவலைப்படாதீங்க. நம்மளால முடியும்னு நம்புங்க. இப்போ என்ன பிரச்சனை இருக்குன்னு பார்க்காம அடுத்த வருஷம் இன்னும் 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சு என்னவாக இருக்க போகிறோம். அப்துல் கலாமியா அவர்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி தூங்க விடாத கனவுகளை கண்டுகொண்டே இருங்கள். படிக்க கிடைக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு வாய்ப்பையும் பலமாய் பிடிச்சிருங்க. ஏதோ கிராமத்தில் இருக்கோம்னு நினைக்காதீங்க.
Now we request our dignitaries to be on the dais for the rest of the program. The wings of fire, my journey transforming dreams into action, ignited minds and indomitable spirits are the dynamic writings of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. celebrate the igniting of young minds in technology and entrepreneurship, we are indeed excited to have just the right dignitaries in the field of empowering youngsters with education that helps metamorphose those dreams for the future. Please, can we have guests on stage?
I now invite Lakshay Bharadwaj to introduce the chief guest to us.
Good morning. I can feel the air of enthusiasm amidst the very techie teens here today. I'm certain you would enjoy the session you have been invited to. A special note of welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Sasi Naga, the entrepreneur par excellence. Guests of honor, Mr. Dhanapal and Mr. Murali Selvan. Our chairman, Mr. Arul Ramesh. Correspondent, Mrs. Pungoday Arul Ramesh. Principal, Dr. Poonam Seyal. Teachers and friends. Mr. Sasi Naga, our chief guest, is recognized as an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and an avid sports enthusiast. When I mention philanthropist, it's not as easy as just labeling one so. But Mr. Sasi Naga funds surgeries to more than 500 visually impaired people every year. He is credited for launching multiple businesses, enterprises, and technology companies like Lab6, Prancer, OneCloud, Xforia Hygiene Production, and Xforia Foundation, to name a few, across North America, Mexico, Canada, and Africa.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think very nice introduction from, I don't know the student name. Thank you. It was good to hear. So உங்க இடத்துல when I was sitting, I enjoyed a lot of these sessions from people coming from different places. But this school is outstanding. So just a big salute to the school. So based on what I heard and what I saw, you guys are really lucky. Do you know why? So let me tell you a small incident that happened when we opened the renovated Schwartz School. So I had some discussion with students after the event is over. And it was a group of 20 to 30 students, and some people said, thank you for everything. And then I asked them, what is lagging? How are you guys doing? What is lagging? And what do you want? I thought they wouldn't need anything, so I posted that question. And one person said, we want sports day. I said, sports day, okay, so that is possible. Let me see sports day, and everyone chorus shouted sports day. So then I said, definitely. There was a teacher standing right there, so I asked them, can we have sports day? And Exforia Foundation will run it. We will sponsor, and sir, we can do sports day, but we don't have a PT sir. So coming to the next point, they don't have a PT sir. So there is no physical training. And so I said, okay, this is a long fix. Let's come to anything else that can be fixed quicker. Then one student said, we don't have fan in the classroom. So it is really hard. There is no fan in the classroom. And then I asked, how many classrooms that doesn't have fan? 15 classrooms doesn't have fan. So we told them to fix it within this week. So seeing that school, and then coming to probably the best school I have seen in India, it is a very big change in the school. So you should all definitely make use of it. I think you are already doing it, but now know the difference. What there are set of kids not getting that luxury. So you guys have that luxury. They don't even have the necessity. So make use of it. Work hard and definitely do well in sports, because I see he mentioned, I had a discussion with Mr. Arul, he mentioned 45 classrooms are there, but 30 classrooms are there for other activities, which is also very tough in many places. So hats off to the way Mr. Arul, his Mrs. and also the principal, the way they are running the school. I'm really proud to be here. So just to close on the foundation topic, the next school we are doing is Bharatiyar School, followed by we got a request from DGP, ex-DGP Shailendra Babu Sahib School. So they have been trying to renovate the school for so long. There used to be thousands of people, now it's only 250 students studying. So we are targeting those two schools as next. Our aim is to do at least 20 schools within the next 1 year. So we have that interest and passion towards it. So we'll make it happen. So coming to speech I prepared to talk to you guys, I think majority of the points went away after I had discussion with them, because you guys are way ahead in the game. But I wanted to quote some few things that I had from people like Charles Schwab. So some tips, you can consider this as some tips. So Charles Schwab, he always kept talented people around him. So he did not just do everything on his own. So he had people who are really talented around him, and then appreciated each one of them. But there was never flattery to any of them. So So that is one of the point that you can keep it in mind, that always keep talented people around you. So that has been my mantra as well. I'm never the smartest person in the room. My team, like MS, Sham, everyone in US, so there are at least internal people of 100 people inside the team. So they are all pretty smart, and I'm learning from them. So similarly, you should also have the capability or down-to-earth mindset to learn from people that you think they're talented. So in this case, the teachers. So I think this generation, like I was telling the principal, I think most of the data is available in Google. So coming out of that and then teachers giving you some new information or additional information is really tough. So it's going to be more of a collaboration than learning everything from teachers. So that is something that I wanted to mention. I think apart from that, I am pretty happy seeing this school. Good luck everyone. So in my team, like how I say, keep talented people, my motivational speaker, my person is, go-to person is always MS. So we call him MS, is Murli Selvan is MS. So he can talk more and connect more to the students. And let him take the stage. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. And anything on the journey of entrepreneurship, you can always ask. I'm here at least for next 1 hour. Before I end the conversation, like I wanted to ask, how many of you are in? So what do you want to become?
I want to do psychology.
Psychologist. And you want to do it here or abroad?
I'm planning on doing my UG in India, but I want to do my PG outside abroad.
Very nice. Okay. So have this kind of goals. I think pretty much everyone here have that goal of what you want to do. I'm very glad to hear. So we work with the House of Minds psychology group in USA. So one of the things that probably not known to many people is we are also in healthcare. So we provide a lot of nurses, doctors, LVNs, LPNs, psychiatrists, so all these in US, like about 3,000 people that we have provided to multiple hospitals in state. So psychologist is very, very high demand profile in USA. Particularly mental health is the key thing. So like Abdul Kalam says, power over your mind. So
Leaders from global companies to Code7.com. Thus stands distinct Mr. Murali Selvan, eminence unrivaled. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Chandni. It's time for our guest of honor, Mr. Murali Selvan, to share his thoughts with us.
Hello? Oh, this works. Okay. I think before I start, I wanted to read out a quote from Abdul Kalam sir, and I don't want to make a mistake, so that's why I'm going to read it out. So this is a quote from APG, your beloved APG Abdul Kalam sir. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. And when there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Very beautifully said. I didn't want to mess it up, that's why I wanted to read it out. So, is it good morning or good afternoon already? Okay, good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to be here. Before I start to share what I wanted to share with you all, is there a tagline or a log line for your school? Like a slogan? Do you guys have a slogan? Yeah? What is it? Inspired and learn. Inspired learn. Learning. Oh, okay. Very cool. Okay. I wanted to switch it a little bit more. I felt so good to be here this morning when I spoke to the principal and the founder. And and it reminded me a lot of good memories from our school days. And just as a thank you to your founder and all the teachers, can I have the students say this after me, okay? Simple lines, east or west, Camford is the best. Just 3 times, as loud as you can. Can you do that? Yes? Okay, east or west? No, you have to say Camford is the best, okay? East or west? Little bit louder. East or west? Wow, last one more time. This is for your teachers, okay? So this is the way to say thank you to them. East or west? Wow, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so, and first of all, I think I don't remember all the names, but Shivani and all the other boys who spoke. If you could do lip sync for me and for my speech, you did an awesome job. Good job for all the others who spoke. So thank you. So I make a lot of short films and we do sound recording. The way these students spoke was very good, very, very good. Yeah, round of applause for them for sure. Okay, so I think when we were on the road driving to the school, I was just thinking about what I will say on the stage. Of course, I was given a little bit brief by a friend Dhanapal about the school. A lot of things which I came prepared to say, as my friend Sasi very correctly pointed out, you seem to be doing it already. And I think you're so blessed and grateful to be in the school. But in my own humble 2 cents, I'll share those words. And I don't know if you have mics here, but I would like 3 of you separately to define success. What does success mean to you? So any volunteer, go for it. I would love to hear what success is. Who wants to take it? There's no right or wrong answers here. It's just like I want to hear your perspective. Awesome.
It's an achievement of your goal, no matter what goal it is.
No matter what?
What the goal is.
Awesome. Very well said. Very well said. Yeah, definitely that. Anybody else? What does success mean to you? What is success for you? Okay, boys. The girls are taking the lead. Whether somebody jumps in, you will succeed. And somewhere there you will figure out what your self-discovery, what your passion is. That's the first beginning stage, and you're already on to that. I think the U stands for ushering change. I think we use usher word as the waiters usher things. Usher change means that you may start off at a point A. You may decide today, somebody said you want to do psychology, somebody said paleontologist. It's a good beginning to have a goal. But don't get discouraged later at some point of your life if you have to pivot. It is okay to change. Nobody's going to penalize you if you change your goals. I have personally gone through, and there is, of course, in the industry. The next 3, I think, should stand for creating your own brand. I think today we are in a very different world, right? Everybody is connected. There is a lot of exposure, social media. How do you stand out? You all have a common base degree. I'm pretty sure you will end up with some basic qualification. Some of you want to go abroad, a lot of you raise hands. But how do you establish your brand? And what I mean by that is, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are already doing it. I think put yourself out, whether it is Instagram or whatever you use here, LinkedIn, or any social media platform where you can showcase your skill. Start a podcast, start a YouTube channel. Anyone raise their hand if you're already doing any of this other than your studies? Anybody doing YouTube channel, podcast, or who's that? Is that what? I cannot see his face. What's the name of the YouTube channel? You have a mic. Be awesome. You're going to be popular today. If others don't know him already.
AFA Vloggers.
What is it about?
Just a vlogging channel.
Very cool, very cool. Please round of applause for him. That's exactly it is. I think you have your qualification, you have your education, but it will be so cool if you can also develop your brand outside of that. Whatever you know, whatever is your skill set, even if you're learning something, you can share that journey with the world. That is sort of building your brand, right? I think the E stands for, I'm getting more technical. Did I cover SUCC? Okay.
I cannot think of better dignitaries well familiar with the career trends of this decade to provide us with fitting answers.
Sir, excuse me. So, sir, can you please tell us what inspired you to start your own business? Your inspiration.
So, there are a few things I can make it complicated. So, I had to. I worked with Accenture and Deloitte before I started my business, and I was too bad in coding. So it was my motivation to not go back to coding so that I can do business properly. Yeah, I wanted my time. So I wanted to define my time so that I can do a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now. Helping people and creating careers like travel. I like travel. Now we have companies in 10 countries. So I wanted to create something. So that was my passion. That was my focus. So that's why I started it. So yeah.
Do we have any more questions?
Good afternoon, sir. So my question is, how would AI automate entrepreneurship in the future?
Hello? Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How would AI automate entrepreneurship in the future?
AI automate entrepreneurship. That's a very good way to put it. First of all, I am also an advocate for AI, but there's a lot of buzz in the recent press and in social media and everywhere. But if you remove all the noise and just look at the tech itself, it's actually a good change that's happening, just like how smartphone happened, computers happened, calculators happened back then. So it is a force for good, and how it will shift entrepreneurs or what, even the future entrepreneurs like you, is how you plan. The recent article I studied on climate change. Some person is using AI on food production. So apparently, I don't want to, I know this is Coimbatore, people are fond of a lot of meat, to eat meat here, but there's a lot of popular opinion on vegetarianism, right? Apparently there are still like thousands of plants, edible plants, that we yet have not explored. And for every plant to be tasted and then put into cook and then figuring out whether we can eat it takes a lot of time. So he is using AI to eliminate that process, automating it, so we can quickly figure out which plants we can eat and why. Because a lot of climate change issues comes from the CO2, and more plants we grow, it's going to help with that. So that's another example of how AI is helping entrepreneurs. I hope that helps.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, so does your company help achieve the UN SDGs?
Could you repeat that again? Let me hear the last two words.
Does your company help achieve the UN SDGs?
UN ESG?
United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
ESG goals. I think indirectly, yes. Are you talking about ESG? The sustainable goals? Not directly with UN, but I think all our buildings or the corporate buildings that we have, we follow ESG standards 100%. So that is one way of complying with ESG. And I do think some of our philanthropic projects may be related to climate change in the future. So that's like another way of following ESG. But those are the two things that come to mind.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I would like to hear your opinion on software services, SaaS.
So, hello, yeah. To answer your question, service industry, software as a service, there is a lot of potential across the world to kickstart your business. If you are thinking in the entrepreneur line, service industry is a good one to start. That is what you're asking, or you want anything specific?
Many people use Webflow as a no-code option where they don't have to code their apps for service. So does this affect the coding companies?
No, not really. I think your time is now freed up as an engineer or a developer. So you're going to create more solutions. So it doesn't affect, it actually increases the productivity.
Thank you.
So, since you asked me that question, we know that you want to become paleontologist and you wanted to become psychiatrist. Is there anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur and then you have a vision now which says that, hey, I want to do this and become an entrepreneur? Is anyone here like that? Good. What do you want to do?
So, I want to pursue my degree in fashion designing, and then I want to take a business.
Very nice. So you want to be a fashion designer and then, yeah. Anyone else?
I don't know how to start a business.
You don't know how to start. Where to start? So where are you going to study?
Then I study
In UK?
in India. Then
So India is a great place to start. So there is no doubt about it. So look, are you asking about the location or where to start? Meaning where to start the business?
not location. How
Okay, good question. So jump into it.
May I just add something to that? So I think very beautiful tips. But for any entrepreneur, one of the main things is feedback loop. Right? You want to know if your ideas are valid for the world, and they want to buy something from you. Why should somebody pay you money, right? So how do you get the validation? So I think there is no stopping you. If you already are very good at that or fashion designing, maybe make your teachers as a guinea pig or your parents or your sisters and brothers, and try experiment your fashion ideas on them and record it and put it out in the world and see what people are saying about it. That's the best way to become an entrepreneur because you will get the feedback.
This is a question from Mr. Murali Selvan. So can you please give us your opinion
Can I make a request? So ask the same question but address me as MS. No sir. Let's do that. That's the first step to becoming, elevating yourself and you're as equal as me. So address me as MS and then ask the question. I hope I'm not breaking any school rules. You can continue to call them sir and madam, but you can call me MS.
Miss, can you please give us your opinion on the increasing consumption that IT firms will see a downfall by 2027?
So I did not follow the question. You may have to repeat it.
So there's an opinion, there's an increasing consumption that IT firms will fall down by 2027. So your opinion on that?
There is I see. Maybe I'm not hearing it correctly. IT companies will fall down by 2027.
There's an increasing consumption.
Who's saying that? Okay. So, I guess, as I was saying about the AI thing, is it the threat of AI? Is that what it is?
Mostly, sir.
I think IT is an overloaded word, but there is things. The services industry is one thing, and India went through the IT revolution, and we've been outsourcing partner for many of the countries, right? But I don't think it's true anymore. We have already come out of that. We are doing our own product development. I know so many startups in Coimbatore, and Bangalore has always been there, Hyderabad. So many very sure. You can still use AI for that. I don't think AI is going to replace computer science. The fundamentals remain the same. I think the core concept of, let's take car as an example. I don't know how you commute to school, maybe bus. You were walking and now you take the bus. It saves you time, right? With that time, you're doing something else. It's exactly what's going to happen with AI. It's not going to replace anybody's job. It's just going to create more time. And with that more time, you may be able to become a better automobile engineer. So I hope you will. Thank you.
My question is that how do we start a business with extremely limited resources?
Can you repeat the question?
How do we start a business with extremely limited resources?
Extremely limited resources. It depends on what business you are going to start. So there is no resource required if you decide you want to start a business. Just you as a person is good to start, and then you can scale depending on how your business grows. It depends on various factors like what business, retail or software, depending on that. But your skin in the game is the main resource for the business. So don't worry about limited resources.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is, what course of action could take us from a desk job to creating our own business empire?
That is what I did. So I was doing a desk job and I did not want to do it anymore. And then I just, for this actually I can go a little back. So my dad ran an ad agency. So throughout my life, and most of the time, whenever I have free time, I've gone to my dad's office and seen what he's doing. So without my knowledge, so I acquired a lot of business knowledge. So I did not know that I kept implementing it throughout. Like when I went and I was working as a developer and manager, I was implementing a lot of business knowledge and increasing my network. So when you want to move from this to becoming an entrepreneur, so your thought process has to change so that you want to give job to people. So what is your talent, special talent? So identifying your special talent. So my talent was something, etc., etc. It's like networking and what I want to do. So like that, you need to identify what is your special talent, and then you slowly make a progress in parallel. And then you have to get out of this job that you are fully confident that I will be able to be successful in the business. But to become successful in the business, actually 1 month back I had an event and they asked me one question, what is the reason for your success? There was no special savior or sudden some changes, nothing happened. So I stayed in the journey. It's been 14 years that I'm doing business. I've gone through losses, come up. Every time I stayed in the journey. So staying in the journey, even if you become an entrepreneur, stay in the journey. If you stay in the journey, success will follow.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a question I want to address to both Sasi sir and MS sir. Like, there have been cases where I heard that many people could not raise their voice like if they wanted to, like on certain topics and all, and like they're being so suppressed. Would AI be somehow like a helping tool that can do it?
Any AI questions? I'm not that
Indian AI bot to answer all these AI questions. But very interesting question. AI to suppress.
No, like to help people speak up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My mom uses WhatsApp more than me today. And she's so good at it. And I think, I know ChatGPT integration probably is not there. Yeah, I think so. The language barrier is going to go away, right? That's one good use case. I mean, I always wanted to learn Chinese and Spanish, but now I don't have to. I'm able to just speak in English. It's just live translating it. And we just have to wait till it becomes a real world use case. So that's like adding voice to people who don't have a voice. We don't have any, my mom doesn't have to know English so eloquently to talk to my kids anymore. She can use WhatsApp, hopefully with the ChatGPT version. She will talk in Tamil and it will translate into the English language. My kids will respond in English and it will translate into Tamil. So that's like one way to adding voice. I hope, is that where you were going with?
Yeah, pretty much many cases like that. It was a huge honor talking to you, sir.
Very cool. This is like a bunch of journalists sitting here with bold questions.
So, good afternoon. My question is, the educational system of India versus the educational system of other countries, which is better?
I mean, I studied in a CBSE school in Chennai. Any day I would vote for Chennai, our school education system. So I have no doubt about that. I mean, I don't know what.
Hello. So I would have answered in this USA if you would have asked me this question yesterday, not after seeing today. That's true. Yeah.
With that, we come to the end of the question and answer session.
So most of the times when we go to school, including when we were studying, whenever there was a Q&A, hardly 2%, usually that 2%, one will be a school topper, another will be a school topper, they will ask question, all others will be Hello? Yeah. So in the heads down, but here in this school it shows the way teachers and the school management have built you guys. I think pretty confident, focused, and your questions are straightforward. In fact, some were difficult, the AI stuff, but hats off to all the students. I think you guys are going to go a long way. Meet you guys on the other side.
Thank you, dignitaries. Friends, I'm positive that was an awe-inspiring session. I now request our chairman, Mr. Arun Ramesh, to felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Sasinaga.
My gratitude goes out to our guest of honor, Mr. Dhanapal, Chairman, Mr. Arun Ramesh, Correspondent, Mrs. Pungale Arun Ramesh, and Principal, Dr. Puram Sera, for having organized this meeting. Friends, I believe this has inspired many of us to explore diverse openings once we graduate. Thanks for being such attentive and reassuring audience. On that note, I take leave of you. Have a nice day.
Please stand for the national anthem.